What is up, my dudes? It's your boy, Thunder to the Strike. Finally back. I think after 2 weeks. I haven't uploaded anything in 2 weeks. Last time I recorded was, I think, against Annihilate. And yeah, I did miss the recap against North Watchers because the update dropped right when I wanted to record. So I couldn't record anything. Yeah, last CWL weekend was Schlitzes versus North Watchers, and we did lose. If you haven't caught up on the CWL recaps, no, actually, I don't think they dropped their CWL recap. But anyway, in the CWL server or anything like that. But yeah, we did lose against North Watchers. Very close war, only 1-star differential, I think. Oh God, I think I've forgotten already, but yeah, it was very close. GG to North Watchers, and yeah, we did have dip fails again, so that did really cost us, because I think we were pretty even on 10v10s, but I can't quite remember, don't sue me. But yeah, this week, the bye week, due to the Memorial Day in America, and yeah, parallel to that, there was this Ascension in Europe. So if you're from Europe, yeah, I'm sure you do know of that. So we did set up a friendly war, an arranged war against Amino, the part of the AFA. AFA being Amino, Crow Legion, and Global Warring. Hello, kick-ass. Got some friends in there, so definitely nice to war them. I think they are CWL Rising. Not quite sure. Yeah, they are in CWL Rising. I just looked it up. So definitely a very good team. The score is pretty low because we both had quite a lot of dip fails. So I think we both agree on not on forgetting this war quickly. But it was a nice war, nonetheless. And boy, it is very hot in Switzerland. The summer has came. So I hope you all have the sun outside, good weather, good temperature, and yeah, it's pretty hot. In the school, we don't have ventilation systems or any air conditioners or something, so it was very hot. So allow me to take a sip of cold water because yeah, it is very hot. So. Let's jump straight into the replays, where we first look at number 5, the Phoenix, 69% on a 10v11, so that's very impressive. Very impressive indeed. So he's coming in with a few archers at the beginning. He's going to drop them soon here. Yep. Here you see one of them. Just a few archers to get exposed percentage. So that's very nice of Phoenix to detect. And speed it up a little here until he drops his first column. Should be around here. And before I forget, shout out to Darth and shout out to Ross for not dip failing. They were the only ones this war, so yeah, fair play to you guys. And taking a long time. So the raid was pretty quick. Despite the like 2.5 minutes at the beginning, he did wait about 1 minute until he dropped his first column. So first column coming down here with a bunch of bowlers, another set of bowlers and golem. Both times raging up, so the bowler skips are powerful and they just take out a ton. Just a very nice funnel on both sides. Loon gets out, he kind of destroys all the bowlers, but that is no big deal. Valix and CC bowlers for the Town Hall, and you already see he has already 45% before entering the base for the Town Hall. Free's kind of missing here, just getting the Inferno, but that's all he kind of wanted, because everything steps into Eagle Artillery range anyway, so the Eagle Artillery does miss. Town Hall down, Eagle Artillery down, still has 2 baby dragons, even though he has succeeded the 50% by a mile. And as you can see, the top side baby dragon even got taken out by a black mine. So it was pretty much 10 troop space not being used effectively. But yeah, you can't blame Phoenix because he didn't know there was a black mine there. And he ends off this raid with 69%, as you saw at the beginning. Queen ability is still in the bag after so long. Still has the queen ability, so that's pretty crazy. If you had any archers or anything, you could have gotten 70% right here on the gold mine. So very impressive indeed. Nice job to the Phoenix. Back to the usual 10v11 beast. Next up is number 15. One of 4 10v10s we got this for, so pretty good stuff on 10v10s. And Doge coming here, or Harris. Yeah, he's a German guy. One of our new additions to the roster, very solid, as you can see here, showing us that Lalo is still a thing at Tunnel 10. So that's very pleasant to see. You all know, because of the update, we did have a loon change, a little tweak that they their bombs are dropped faster, but they do the bombs aren't as powerful, so they do less damage, but they're quicker. So let's see if we can see the changes in this raid. I don't think you really do notice the difference that big, because he brings a lot of loons, as you saw. I think that was 30 loons, and he just goes very heavy on the deployment, which you want to do here. Skull spells on the queen, or just one of them actually, and the bomb tower is still active, so he is relying on the pups clean her up in the end, which they do, so that was very good. So a big pack in the core, going for the 2 wizard towers, and he does heal and freeze very nicely, getting a very good value freeze, freezing the Inferno and the wizard tower, so that was very good. And just has a bunch of loons at the end. Still has 2 cleanup wizards. It's just gonna wait for the CC to be taken out just so the wizards don't lure, but I don't think they could actually lure because the CC is so far in the inside. Yeah, there's no way. But anyway, he does drop all the cleanup, and there's no bamboozle. Air Skull is still up, but it doesn't really matter because he does have quite a few loons up, and the pups are gonna clean up those Air Scullies. Very nicely done by Doge, who is gonna make a second appearance, as he did 10v10 6-pack. So great job to you. Definitely appreciate you. Very nice stuff. And coming in with pretty much the same Lalo, just not gonna wall break. So the heroes are gonna stay on the outside, but this Inferno is snipeable, so not sure if that is like intended in the base build, but either way, very interesting indeed. So King tanking all of those defenses, waiting for the ability. Gonna drop it soon. Queen does get targeted, but he has the ability. Also, what I've seen from the update change is that the archer queen doesn't like get the invisibility effect. She does get it, but it doesn't look like it, so I don't know if that's a glitch or anything. So coming in with 31 loons now, because he did cut on the wall breakers. So able to bring 3 hounds again, and just a bunch of loons. Again, very heavy on the deployment, which you want to do. And just very good pathing. A hound going over the Inferno to soak up any traps, which there are no traps, so it wasn't necessary, but it does have a hound just to tank. It's also going to tank the Archer Queen. It's going to drop the Scully here, and they're just going to run around and destroy the Queen. This time there was no bomb tower or anything close to the Queen, so very nicely done. The Queen did survive, and she actually broke in, lured to CC, and she's gonna pop the hound and then die immediately, so that's very annoying. But he does have enough pups to clean those up, and also a bunch of loons again. It's pretty similar attack also from the outcome, but a very different base. And just a great job to Doge taking out 2 Tunnel 10s at the end of the war, even, so the nerfs didn't get to him. Next up is Team Unique, his Tunnel 10, and he's gonna come in with a bitch, Queen Walk bitch actually, so very nice little detail. First gonna create the bottom half funnel for his bitch. I think those are 3 witches and about 4 bowlers, yeah, must be. And his Queen Walk is gonna be on the left side. But I think she is gonna walk to the inside, so that's a bit of a fail in the plan, but it did work out in the end. But I think the healers switch or something. Something's gonna happen, or not going to plan on this raid, but still very successful outcome. Of course. Double jumps actually lead from the outside to the second Inferno, so I think that is a flaw in the base. That his king can actually reach both Infernos with 2 jumps. And the right side of the base, his bottom funnel was unsuccessful. So like they did funnel the base, but due to this giant bomb here, they couldn't really wrap around the base and get the outside defenses, or like not outside, but you know what I mean. And the Archer Tower and Cannon do stay up, but as I said before, the healers switched to the inside and they actually helped a ton. And it's gonna speed it up a little here, just because he deployed everything and it's just a waiting game here. Yeah, nice job to Team Unique. I think that was Ross's plan, so again, shout out to you, Ross. Very nicely done. Queen ability, just perfect. And oof, look how little health she has. It's crazy. Crazy. Picking off the last Archer Tower with the Witch. Never mind. It's gonna have to wait for these witches, but they do still have the healers, so healers switching definitely very clutch. And there's a triple. Good job to Team Unique. 10v10 bitch. The last one is Tim the Champ. My boy Tim coming in with a Lalo. Very low base indeed, yes, but it is a Lalo, so actually the first Lalo triple in this war, so that was pretty surprising that Lalo still worked, for me at least. Haven't really seen Lalo 10v10 triples up to this point, so yeah. It's gonna come in with a few loons to get the air defense down, also the bomb tower. And the baby dragon here is gonna be MVP, because the queen kind of does a bit of a weird walk. First wall break here unsuccessful, targeting the wrong wall, but follow up 3 are gonna be successful. Waiting for the queen to trigger that giant bomb, very nicely done. And I think due to that patience, he does miss the queen going in, but the baby dragon grabbing that Inferno like a boss. The queen does wrap around, but I should probably would have had the Inferno either way. Maybe not, because she does target the elixir storage first. But whatever, MVP baby dragon. And coming in with 3 loons as well, so also around 30 loons used here. Skeleton spells perfectly, just gonna evaporate the queen and the king. And yeah, just a very nice Lalo, very nice deployment. Also has a few back-end loons. And the heal used perfectly in the middle, just to refuel the loons. Even though there is a wizard tower at the back end, the wizard tower is low level, so it's not going to be a big deal. And he has enough cleanup, so very nicely done by Tim the Champ. I think that's his first 10v10 triple on this channel, so boom to you. Split it up here. And yeah, this was our last 10v10. In this recap, and also all of these 4 10v10s were all of them, so go to the Tunnel 9 raid. We have this recap, which is Zelius or Guan Insanity, coming in with a Queen Walk Go Hobo. And it's a funny raid because he does get a little bit of Bamboozle, which you're going to see in a second. That's why I chose this raid as the only Tunnel 9 raid I'm going to show. Just because we had so much Tunnel 10 content, I didn't want to just overload the recap with Tunnel 9. Just because I'm probably going to do a little Tunnel 9 overhaul video because there were changes due to the update. One change I can mention right here is that the witch, or actually no, wait, hold that thought. Let's watch this. Beautiful heal spell on the queen. So yeah, that was the Bamboozle I was talking about, but yeah, it does recover from it, just use the ability, which is kind of unfortunate. But the Expo switched to the healer, and the healer still stayed up because of the heal, so nicely calculated, Guan. So yeah, I was talking about the change I noticed was that when there's a CC witch on defense and she gets killed, she explodes into I think around 5 or 6 skeletons, which is pretty special. It's similar to the Night Witch in Clash Royale, if that tells you anything. But yeah. Not going to explain a lot about Clash Royale because this is not Clash Royale. Loons and Hogs going in, very nicely done by the Loons here. Because there was no air defense around, he used Loons over Hogs because, yeah, they're just slower but more powerful still after the update. And he does swag the King ability, just uses it for cleanup, and one swag Hog, or useful swag I guess, because he does use it on cleanup. So, nicely done by Guan, and this is going to close off this recap. Drink a little water here. So, GG to AFA, or Amino, Crow Legion, whatever you like. Yeah, definitely a solid squad over there. And, yeah. Next recap is going to be a no-dip league. One of the new, I think, midweek leagues in Clash of Clans. That's definitely interesting. Gonna have a few 10v10s and 11v11s to show. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I hope I can bring you a few more videos because next week is gonna be the first round of finals. I think I've mentioned it before. But yeah, I'm gonna be awake. Not sure if I'm gonna have a replacement or just fewer content. Hope you don't get crippling depression off of that. Probably not. But yeah, until then, Thunderstrike out. Boy.